would you have believed me if I told you I recorded this an hour ago and it never processed? Which means that was just fun little practice and I have to talk for another hour. It's okay. So I am just going to do love readings because everybody loves a good love reading. We're going to do love readings for July 2026. We are 1 week into it, and I thought what better idea than do the 12 zodiac signs and their love. So I'm going to shuffle up this deck because it still has the existing energy from the last reading, and then we are going to just specifically focus on love because my last one that I did had love, money, career, LMC, but I was exhausted from that, honestly, to like do that for 12 zodiac signs and then 3 categories for each. That's too much. So instead, I'm a lot more comfortable just doing one specific topic, which is your love read. And so we're going to do a love pull for all 12 zodiac signs, and it's just going to be for the month of July 2026. So we will think about Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Cute little lovey-dovey reading for tarot of July. Hip hip hooray. Alright, that's enough. I'm on a canvas, by the way, because I just my desk is glass, and so you don't need to be seeing my legs. Alright, Aries, we're going to do your past, your current, and your future love just for this month in 2026. Whoever you're focusing on, okay? I don't want to hear you got multiple situations because I know you have a favorite. So, love of your past, love of your current, and love of your future. Wow, look at this, you got lovers. Okay, anyways, your past of this month, or maybe in the past of a few months, has the 6 of Cups, and it is reversed. So the 6 of Cups is living in the past, forgiveness, lacking playfulness, moving forward, leaving home, and independence, okay? And that is what this card is revealing. There could have been some type of person you were focusing on way back when, and they just weren't there for you, you know? They must have left you behind, you left them behind, and you had just had to move on. You had this strong independence. Either they did or you did. It's telling me you had the independence, but again, I feel like somebody else could be reversing. Really depends how you match the energy. I like to read it as if this is you. And it's telling me, Aries, that you lived in the past and you had to learn to forgive somebody because you weren't lacking playfulness. They weren't, maybe, I feel like you're a pretty playful person, so they just were too serious and you had to move forward. They left, you left, and that was the past. Your current situation is telling me the lovers upright. So you have currently in your love life, Aries, you are pretty in love. You have harmony. You have great relationships and unions. There's passion and values. There's really great sexuality, a deep love. Maybe you might have a choice with this person right now, but there is a strength of you two together. You see that? And that is an upside down card for you, but for me, it is upright. So I just want you to see that. You know, it's interesting because this card, when you compare it to the Devil, they also have a man and a woman, except instead of having this kind of angel behind it, you have, this could probably be St. Cupid. Instead of having him behind it, it was the Death, I believe. Or I'm sorry, the Devil. The Devil had the crows on it, and I was making fun of the crow feet. I was like thinking it was silly. All right, Aries, let's talk about your future. I personally love the Chariot. This is reversed, okay? For you, it looks upright, but I'm reading it to you, and this is a reversed card for your future love. It's telling me that you need to focus on having self-discipline because there's going to be an opposition coming up. which has some form of lack of direction that you need to figure out before you lose control, because you have a path to lose control right now, and that will be with aggression, carelessness, and arrogance. And of course, with free will, because this is the future, you could change that. And I love helping you to fix something that might not be in your best situation or your favor. So you need to be very careful right now in the month of July for any form of lack of direction, being arrogant, because you will end up too carelessness than what you need here, okay? And that is Aries. I'm so happy we got to read Aries July reading together. I'm just going to throw these cards back in the deck because shuffling how massive these cards are is a biatch. So it's just easier if I shuffle up some energy here and keep changing it. Who's the wiser? Okay, Taurus? Your past, your current, and your future love for July. What's going on with you, Taurus? You have the Five of Cups upright in your past. You have the Queen of Wands upright in your current. And you have the Queen of Cups upright in your future. So all upright cards. The Five of Cups is telling me from your past, Taurus, that there was some form of regret. You felt failure. You felt disappointment. There was major pessimism. You are going through a loss of grief. And I think there was some type of tragedy that you once felt. So I'm going to read it the way it's facing me, but you can see it any way you need. That was your past, Taurus. Now, your current situation's a little better. You have the Queen of Wands upright, and that means your love currently has courage, confidence. You feel independent and focused. You have a better feeling for life. That zest for life came back, and you are determined, and you have joy. There's a lot of determination in this card, this Queen of Wands. Okay? And you're doing a lot better than what you previously were. You came from pessimism, and now right here it's telling me you have courage. You have zest for life. You have joy. And that's from your love just in this month. Now what's coming up is the Queen of Cups upright, okay? That's compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotional stability, intuitive, and caring. Wow. This looks like a really good read. I think if you just stay on your path and you're very calm and collected, you're going to have a really great love life for the rest of July, Taurus. I don't think you need to change anything in your current or your future outlook. You can't change the past, so I really have no advice. I'm sorry you went through that kind of grief and that loss, but I hope that now you understand why you went through that, and you're in a such better position than you were before. All right, Gemini, what's going on in your love life for the month of July, huh? I'm going to have to remember to do a timestamp on this so I can really draw the crowd here. All right, Gemini, your past, your current, and your future. What's going on? I also feel like I can do this a little bit brighter so you can see it. Okay. Gemini, you have an upright Three of Wands in your past. You have the Page of Pentacles reversed in your current. And in your future, another current card, the Four of Pentacles. 2 Pentacles, 1 Wands. What's going on here, Gemini? In your past, it seemed that there was progression, progress, foresight, enterprise, expansion, and opportunities. So maybe something really good recently happened, and you got to totally relish in all of that change and transition. That was going on for Gemini. But currently, with this Page of Pentacles reversed, it's telling me something else. You're turning into a time where there's a lack of commitment. There seems to be greediness, laziness, procrastination. You're trying to learn from this failure, but it's an upright image. If you want to see it a little bit better, it looks like this here. You seem lonesome. You see that? Because it's reversed, you're currently going through it. So you're going through this lack of commitment, laziness, greediness. I wonder why. That's in your love life right now. Let's see if you can change that in your future. Your future has the Four of Pentacles, and it's also reversed. Uh-oh. I see the word again. Greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection. self-protection. Gemini, what are you doing in your love life? You got some money, clearly, with all this greed. But I don't think greed has to do with money. Greed can come from greediness in the bedroom. Maybe it's too much of you. Greediness could be in a conversation. You're talking too much. Greediness is that attention. It's just some form where you have that energy on you and you're not balancing it with others. Not that you don't deserve the energy. We all deserve our round of applause here. But there's no reason why currently and in the future, in our love life, we're dealing with this greediness. Because again, when I'm reading the cards, I'm not reading that your person's doing this. I'm reading this that you're doing this. So in your love life, this is the energy I'm getting out of it, okay? If the roles were reversed, you can try and resonate it. I think you're reading into it too much if you do that. So Gemini, you got stinginess, self-protection, and overspending. So there's money, but you're putting it out the door as fast as you seem to make it, as well as being possessive of those items. Are you treating your lover like an object? Are you being really stingy with them? Do you not want to take care of them? What's going on, Gemini? I think you need some self-reflection. I don't think you're naturally happy in the position you're in, or you wouldn't be doing all that, right? So you have to have self-reflection and understand where those things are coming from. That's a lot of insecurities I was just reading off of. Okay, Miss Leo, Mrs. Leo, the bright ball of sun in the sky. Can you change the energy here and tell us what's going on for the month of July? It's half your birth month. I know a couple July Leos, but please, we all know the Grandois is in August. Your past, your current, and your future, Leo. Okay, let's get this close by. In your past, you had the Two of Wands upright. You're currently in the Hermit reversed. And your future is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So what's going on in your past? So recently, because again, I'm just talking for July 2026 for Leos, you're planning something. There's planning, there's progress, you're making decisions, you're discovering, you're even leaving home. So you're not stuck in your room writing this down. You're traveling. There's travel plans in motion. Are you going somewhere soon? Are you doing something? This was your... Well, I shouldn't say soon. This is something you did. Did you travel somewhere? Did you go somewhere? Did you plan something? And what did you learn when you left home? Because that's something you recently did. If you want to see that image, it's this guy here hanging out with the globe in his hand, and he's just scheming. He's planning. And that was an upright card. Okay, Leo, the Hermit is reversed. Currently in your love life, you're isolated. You feel lonely and withdrawn. There's some form of resignation, distance. You seem to lost your way currently. I don't see a spark. I don't see sun. The Hermit reversed is telling me you are closed off in your love life right now. Is this your own personal mood? Is this something somebody did to you? Or is your life really busy? Again, it's the Hermit, but he's reversed. He's upside down when I read your card. So what's going on with you? You look like you're looking for the snacks in the midnight kitchen. Okay, let's see about your future. This is reversed. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, future you. There's lack of long-term vision, limited success or rewards, and work without results. Distractions. I wonder what's going on here. So lack of long-term vision in your future love life. And you have limited success or rewards in this future love life. And you seem to keep moving, but you're distracted and there's no results. So that's somebody reaping the harvest of all their rewards here, but you are reversed. You're telling me the opposite of what that means. And that's Leo right now. The only thing I can tell you is to strategically fix these plans. If you know that you need to have money budgeted for a rainy day, I'd start that bottle return. I'd start cashing in some dollars because, Leo, it seems like you're a bit unclear and unfocused. And I love fixing that. I mean, on a nice gloomy week like I have up here, you can just take a nice journal, a nice fluffy pen with a little ball tip felt, and you have a good time planning and scheming and working your way out, because I know Leos love to do that stuff. Okay, this is Virgo. Sorry, I was about to flip, but I didn't explain this was Virgo's read now. We're going into Virgo. I'm trying to be fast with it because I did do like a full hour and it didn't process. So I feel like if I read a little faster, it'll be better. Okay, Virgo. Your past, your current, and your future. What's going on with you, Virgo? You have the Fool reversed in your current. You have the Ace of Wands upright. Or, I'm sorry. You have the Fool, which is reversed in your past. You have the Ace of Wands upright in your current. And in your future, you have the upright King of Swords. Okay, so in your past, you had this reverse Fool card, and you were holding back on something. Virgo, there was an indecision or a hesitation. You seemed to be a bit reckless. There was bad choice and risk-taking back then. Look at the Fool. And yours was reversed. The Fool could only mean that he was doing it, being very, very not using his brain. No critical thinking skills. LOL. I can't even get this to focus. Okay, that was in your past, Virgo. Let's talk about your current situation. Ace of Wands upright. You currently have a new project or an inspiration, just some form of urge to create. There is that willpower, a desire, power itself with potential for new beginnings, new opportunities, and growth in your love life. So maybe in your past, you were holding back a lot in your love life and you weren't sure and you were just being bad with your choices. But now with your love, you have this desire for new opportunities in love. And I think this means specifically for singles. I think if you're taken and you're actually like happily together with somebody, you could just be deepening your power with the person or going through a phase or transition where you can consider it a project, because Virgos love a good project. But you're pretty happy right now currently. I wouldn't change anything. Everything is in your path for a reason. Your future, though, let's talk about that, Virgo. You have an upright King of Swords, and that means you have your head over your heart with your love. You need to be disciplined, you need to be truthful, honest, and keep a strong mental clarity, okay? King of Swords is all about authority, and you get to have that in your relationship. I believe that you will. This is a wonderful read, Virgo. I wouldn't change anything. I think you actually triumphed from your past, being the Fool reversed, to having ultra strong authority and boundaries and power and protection in your future. Good job. Let's see about Libra. Let's talk about Libra, baby. Let's talk about you and me and all the bad things. Okay, Libra. Your past, your current, your future. I love the Chariot. I'm so drawn to the Chariot card. Okay, Libra. You had the Three of Wands upright in your past. In the current, you have the Queen of Wands upright. And in your future, you have the Chariot reversed. So what's going on with you? In the past, with your love life, Libra, especially recently, you were going through a lot of preparation and progress. There was some type of foresight or enterprise, and you had expansion. You were able to keep moving forward with yourself. This looks really great. Your past was building a foundation to your present, especially in your love life. Now, the Queen of Wands right now in your love life is telling me that you have courage and confidence. You are focused with determination and joy, and you have that zest for life again. Look at this. Look at that beautiful. Oh, I love the little kitty cat at the bottom. This looks very happy and content. Your love life looks really great, okay? Because you have independence and you are focused. I don't think you're tied down. And if you are tied down, you're not like extremely in a codependent relationship, which is actually a fucking amazing accomplishment for any Libra. Your future is telling me that the Chariot is reversed, so your future love has something going on. You need to have self-discipline because there's opposition. There's going to be lack of direction and control. This leads to you being super aggressive, arrogant, and careless. Look at that beautiful Chariot. I love the way it's being just, brought. It does until I point out the beautiful features of it. So, in the future, you are going through some type of carelessness. You have self-discipline, opposition, lack of direction, lack of control. Look at that beautiful Chariot. See, I knew I was going to get the card to focus. All right, let's keep moving on. We got Scorpio. Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? Cut it once just because. Oh, cut it 3 more times, 4 more times, 5 more times. Oh, shit! Cards clearly want to spill out here. Scorpio, what was in your past? What was in your future? And what is happening? Oops. What is in your past? What is in your current? And what is in your future for the month of July? Okay, Scorpio, you have the Star card reversed in your past. You have the Knight of Pentacles in your present, reversed. And you have the Wheel of Fortune upright in your future. So, in the past, with your love, there was some type of lack of faith, despair, discouragement, a lot of insecurity, self-trust, and disconnection. Now, this is the real Star card, and it's reversed. So if we imagine this lady upside down, you can see that she's filling up her cup, but she's pouring it right outside of it, okay? And that was because if this was a upright card, she would have been balanced. But because this is reverse Scorpio, you were dealing with some kind of distrust, discouragement, major insecurity. Your current is telling me in the King of Pentacles, that you're currently going through in your love some type of greed, indulgence. There's material loss. You're stubborn and you're obsessed with wealth and status. You're becoming financially inept. This is your love life. You're focusing hard on the King of Pentacles. You don't have to. Now your future is telling me the Wheel of Fortune upright. Your future has good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, and unpredictability. Now this card is upright. So your Wheel of Fortune for your love, you're going to go through some things. Look at how pretty that is. I don't like that when I'm far away. It's fine. But the second I try to come close, it's all blurry. All right. Well, there's karma and good luck, okay? You're going to be dealing with some ups and downs and some different changes, but this wasn't reversed, was it? No, this was my only upright card. The reverse says bad luck or no control, and that wasn't this. The Wheel of Fortune was upright. So there was good luck, there was karma, there was life cycle, it was destiny. There is up and down, but it looks good in your future love. So I think right now you're kind of all over the place with your love life. You definitely had some insecurities in your past. You're currently going through some indulgence, some greed. Currently, there's a lot of greediness in signs. And your Wheel of Fortune in your future is talking about good luck and karma. I mean, things are going well for you here. I'm not out of place with your future love life, okay? There is some turning points that will eventually happen, especially in this month, the month of July. Because again, that was all I talked about was this month. I didn't talk about the other months. All right, now it's Sagittarius. We're going to go and chit-chat our favorite little tune, and we're going to ask Sagittarius what's going on in July in your past, your current, and your future. We're just going to keep wiggle. Your past, your current, and your future. What's going on, Sagittarius? So in your past, oh, there's greediness again. We were dealing with the Four of Pentacles reversed. In your future, you're dealing with the Six of Cups upright. And, in your current, you're dealing with the Six of Cups upright. And in your future, you're dealing with the Four of Swords upright. You see that? Without me moving all my stuff over, because I got so much going on here. Okay, so Sagittarius. In the past, there was some greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection. That's what that character looks like when it's reversed. And that was something you dealt with in your love life, huh? I believe this resonates. The Six of Cups upright. This is your current love life situation, Sagittarius. There's some type of familiarity, happy memories, reminiscing. You're going through childhood memories and enjoying that innocence, joy, and nostalgia. You see two little kids out in the garden, just messing around with the flowers, having a good time. No care in the world, just sniffing and chit-chatting. All right, what about your future in love, Sagittarius? You have upright 4 of Swords. This tells me there's some rest. You're finally resting, retreating, renewal. That person relaxing. I always get a little cautious when I see the swords, but in this case, it was a good one. Your future love is telling me that you are finally relaxed and meditated, contemplated, and you feel recuperated in your love life, don't you? That should be towards the end of this month that's happening. Alright, I like to mix them. These two stuck out. Mix them. What's going on for Cappies? Capricorn. Oh, that one likes to shoot out. So Capricorn, we need to figure out your July 2026 love. Love all signs. I know. I'm so excited for you. Oh man, Capricorn, this was your past, this was your current, and this is your future. What's going on for you? You have the Knight of Swords upright in your past. You have the Ten of Pentacles reversed in your current. And you have the Page of Wands upright in your future. What's going on, Capricorn? In your past, there was some ambitious focus in love. Action-oriented, you were driven to succeed with fast thinking and defending beliefs. I think you were very guarded, very protective of your lover or your future lover. Look at that. That was something you recently went through. Ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed. You were fast thinking in your love, and you were defending beliefs. But what's going on now? This Ten of Swords is reversed, okay? So you see this beautiful image? Let's get it kind of focused again. What's going on with the Ten of Swords here? Because it was not upright, it was reversed. So you're currently going through this dark side of wealth, it's saying. There's a financial failure or loss in your love life. A fleeting success in your love. Some type of lack of stability or some form of resource. This is an action going on now. I think money could be tight with finances, like with your lover. I think you are being really tight with your money, and it's currently affecting your love life. You just have this lack of stability and lack of resource, and that money anxiety is bleeding into your current love life. Your future love is the upright Page of Wands. Later this month, you'll be more inspired. You'll have ideas and discovery. There's some type of limitless potential because you're going to be a free spirit. So right now, you're a little worried. I bet you it's the credit card bill. You know Capricorns. All of a sudden, every bill comes in at once, and when that checking account goes down by down, I mean, they really think the world's coming to an end. I think you'll get your money up. I'm not worried about your money, but you clearly are very worried about your money, and it's treading into your love life. Don't worry about your money because I'm telling you now, your future card, you're inspired. You're going to so have limitless potential. There's excitement and freedom. So don't get attached to the dollar bill behind it because your money's going to come and go and it'll flow. But these are all yes cards. I mean, your money's there. It's just being spent, and that's economics, Capricorn. Free market. All right. Let's do Aquarius and Pisces. This is where I stopped last time because I had hit like the 45-minute mark on my little like timer thing, and it didn't process, and I had done so much in the reading I was out of fucking breath. I was like, all right, I feel like I'm completely energy drained, and that's too much. All right, Aquarius. Past, current, future. Love for July 2026. You have the Six of Swords reversed in your past. You have the Two of Pentacles upright in your current. And you have the Knight of Cups reversed in your future, Aquarius. What's going on in your love life this month? You recently went through a personal transition. There was some type of resistance to change, unfinished business, and emotional baggage. So this was the image, but it's reversed. So you can see somebody is bringing what looks like a bag or a child with another person across the water. And you're reversed. So it looked like that. So you were dealing with personal transition, a resistance to change in your love life, an unfinished business in your love life. But what about right now, Aquarius? What's going on right now? Two of Pentacles upright. Right now you have multiple priorities, and you're focusing on that time management because you need to adapt today, okay? You are very adaptable right now because now in your love life you have to balance a decision. And that's something you are doing right now in your love life. You're holding these two very important things. Don't know if it's an idea. I don't know if it's a person. Maybe it's two different priorities. But that's currently your love situation. Your future, Aquarius, is telling me the Knight of Cups. So, reversed, your future love this month has some type of moodiness. You're feeling disappointed because you're overactive with your imagination, and that's kind of causing some jealousy. So you're being very jealous in love this month. I think if you just focus on yourself and you're worried about yourself, you're not going to end up thinking about those fantasies in your head to let you dwell on that anxiety. I think you are definitely focused on your person this month, Aquarius, because that was your entire read, was just about how you're balancing them, you came from them, and now you have to keep working with them, and Okay, Pisces. What can you tell me for Pisces? July 2026. One more. I'm going to reverse it. Because I can. Past, current, future. You would think I'm not changing up my cards here. Okay, what's going on for Pisces? In the past with your love life, you had the Ten of Wands reversed. In your current in your love life, you have the King of Cups reversed. In the future, you have the World reversed. All three are reversed. What's going on, Pisces? So, in your love life, you felt like you were doing it all. You were carrying a burden, and you were doing a lot of delegation. So now you need to be releasing it because you're overstressed and burnt out. Like that was recently in your love life. Very burnt out. You're currently kind of feeling cold. You're giving out bad advice, and you're pretty emotionally manipulative. There's this moodiness, self-compassion, and inner feelings. This is true. This is very much a Pisces on a bad day. That's your current love life, Pisces. What's going on in the future? In the future, your love is seeking personal closure. Shortcuts, delays, no closure, and incompletion. Uh-oh. The world is flipping on you. I don't think you're going to be very satisfied with your love life this month. You didn't get a very good happy read about it. You got kind of like you're just tolerating it. You're just dealing with it. All right, Pisces, that was the end of your read, and you can stick around for the next one. July 2026. All signs and their love. Hidden messages.